Today we're throwing it back to Batman Returns. This was originally from an unbagging video I did. I've left everything else out but just the review. Merry Christmas, and I hope you enjoy. So let's talk about Batman Returns a little bit here. For those of you who might be too young to remember, or just don't remember in general, this was not that well received when it originally came out. A lot of people, you know, just hot off Batman 1989, which is just a great picture. I think the expectations were just incredibly high. I don't think the audience expected this movie to actually get darker, because this is a very dark film. And this is also a character performance-driven movie. So it's not like you're going into this seeing tons of action set pieces back to back to back. And I've always been a defender of this movie. I think it took about 10 years or so after its initial release for the audience to really come around and go, oh, Batman Returns is a pretty good film. But again, like I said, as a kid, I kind of picked up on that right away. And I remember thinking it was super disturbing. And by the way, it still is. It's just that when I was younger, when Penguin turns around and bites that guy's nose in the office, I actually thought that he bit it off, and I think that's because of the low res of VHS. And just being a kid, you know, you just see the worst. You just don't expect it. Your mind just goes there. I mean, you watch it again. I rewatched it on Blu-ray last night. Yeah, he just bites it really hard and makes the blood squirt, but that's all that he does. And so it's a little different now. But one thing I've always known about this, and like I said, it's heavily based in these characters, the relation to their alter egos, the duality and all of this. And I mean, I've always kind of known that it was cool that they almost took a risk with this one. But last night I realized just how rich this sequel is and how much there really is to sink your teeth into. You might not see Batman on screen every 5 minutes beating the snot out of somebody, but it manages to explore Penguin and Shrek and Catwoman, Selina Kyle, Bruce Wayne, Batman, their parallels, their differences, and so much more. And I'll stop myself there, but I'll just say that, yeah, there's a lot going on with Batman Returns, and I think that once you step away from the hype, which has obviously been gone for a long time now, and you don't expect a non-stop action flick, which there's a lot of action in this, but you guys have an understanding of what I'm saying. It really reveals itself to be something special, and it looks great too. You know, I actually categorize this on my list of Tim Burton's better films, and he's a great director. You know, I'm not trying to shortchange the guy, so I'm just saying that me including this on the list is obviously giving Batman Returns some pretty good praise. Like I said before, this is a Christmas movie. There's been people that have discussed this, there's been videos on it, so I won't go into that, but it was fun watching it this season, and seeing that is probably one of the darker Christmas movies you'll ever watch, and I like that. You know, it was interesting. Like I said, it was almost as if they took a risk with this one. I think a lot of people forget just how silly Batman Returns does get at certain points, because a lot of people accuse Batman Forever or Batman and Robin of being that way, but I'm telling you, it's definitely here in Batman Returns. I think that we're just a little bit more forgiving because Batman Returns seems to be pretty ambitious in what it's trying to do with its characters, and it's also just, it's got kind of that goth vibe to it, you know? And I think that maybe it's a little bit more forgiving as opposed to seeing it in the setting of like neon-drenched Gotham City, right? So, and by the way, we'll do a video on Batman Forever maybe one day too, because I'm actually not a hater when it comes to Batman Forever. Remember, Batman Forever is not Batman and Robin. Merry Christmas, everyone! If you're subscribed, you already know the drill, but for those who don't, make sure to smash that notification bell. Like, comment, and subscribe so you can stay inside the mind of a movie maniac.